Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty and welcome back to the Naio Nails channel. In this video, I'm going to do a style of Russian manicure. And this is how I do a Russian manicure. I'm sure other people may do it a little bit different, but this is how I do it, and this is how I handle the cuticle. So, Andrea had a soak off. We've got a video where we soaked off Andrea's nails. Oh, we actually filed off. This was the file off hand. We did like a version of soak off versus file off. You'll have to check that out. But not now, because you're going to watch this, aren't you? So, we're going to do a Russian manicure. I can see I've left a tiny amount of product just there. See it? Shiny. And a little bit there. But we'll handle that in a minute. We're going to concentrate on this cuticle area. If you maintain your clients' cuticles or epiniciums, they will be nicer each time you come. If you have somebody that comes and they're brand new, they never had nails done before, they don't do anything with the nails, they may have a thick epinicium. So that bit of skin, I have quite a thick epinicium because I do nails and everything's very drying. So, and you'll find that their dominant hand, like here, where they hold a pen, generally would be a little bit thicker and have a bit of a callus. This is not your dominant hand, is it? It is.
Left-handed.
You're left-handed?
Yes. As if you didn't know.
Really?
That. Yeah.
Oh, you're weird.
I know, yeah. I'm a witch.
That's it.
I'm a witch.
Oh, so you are left-handed, so you don't do much pen pushing by the looks of it. Or
we're type, don't we?
Type. One of them.
But, tis there, look, you can see.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You end up building a bit of a callus up. If you look at mine, I've got a bit of a callus sort of built up there. But I get, it's lovely and thick. On that finger. So, anyway. If you have somebody that has a lot of epinicium, cuticle all round there, then doing a Russian manicure is ideal, and continuing that maintenance on the cuticle will make their life so much better. I mean, completely, it'll make the life complete. But it will make your nail service easier. So Andrea obviously gets her nails done a lot. That's why her cuticles aren't really bad. Now, I'd normally just push them back, but with a Russian manicure, you don't push the cuticles back. It's all done with electric files, so it's all done with the bits. So I'm going to go through the stages that I do when I do a Russian style manicure. So this is the first bit that I'm going to use, and it's, what do we say? It was like a disco ball.
Disco ball.
Like a disco ball. Disco ball. And it's not really tough. It's hardly serrated. It's just got tight. See those little tiny particles? And that will just exfoliate the dead skin and dry skin away. And that's what we're going to use it for. So the rotation of this now is going clockwise. That one. Just checking it on my clean finger. So because it's going clockwise, I'm going to start from the centre and work this way, slightly at an angle. So from the middle, we're just kicking over the top of that cuticle. So you can see that it's exfoliating. I've only got this on 5. So that's what my electric file is on. It's on 5. So it's not really high. So if it does touch the nail, which it'll just touch the nail, it's not going to eat into the nail. And you're going to come down the side, and it can exfoliate the dry skin here as well. So you get a build-up of a callus here generally on all the fingers. Then we're going to change the rotation of the electric file. Oh my God, we're not going to turn it up like that. Keeping it on 5. Changing the rotation. Now we are going anti-clockwise. So you can see what it does to my finger. Pushes it that way. Yeah. So when I come on here, it's going to push out away from the nail. So we're using that same angle to just kick out, and then we come round. So we go from here and we straighten up. So this angle, and then we straighten up as we come down those side walls. I'm going to do that on all the nails first. So I'll flip the rotation. So I'm pushing away from the nail. So if you're getting confused about how the rotation should be, which direction, as long as it's pushing the skin away from the nail, that's correct. And by doing this, can you see what it does as well? It actually pushes the cuticle back. So you don't have to put a hard tool onto the actual natural nail. So I'm going to change this over to a skiver bit. It's quite a short skiver bit as well. You can get different shapes. Again, I'm going to keep it on 5. The rotation is pushing away. You see how it pushes my skin down towards me. So it's pushing it this way. So it's pulling away from the actual nail. So can you see how it's lifting? So it's lifting it away from the nail. It's also getting rid of any non-living tissue that's attached to the nail. So before we were sort of concentrating on the actual skin and the cuticle. Now we are making sure it's pushed back by releasing we're going to release the cuticle or the eponychium away from the nail with that little bit. Can you see the difference between this and this? This is not attached. This is still attached a little bit. See how that's got movement? That part hasn't. You're going to come right down the sides into those side folds. Change the rotation again. Work toward from the centre at that same angle as we did before. We're easing that skin away from the nail. Down the side. You can see that this part is now got a bit of movement. because we've pushed it back. We haven't broke the seal. There is a seal right underneath here between the skin and the nail. So you don't want to keep digging out. Don't keep digging it out. So because the rotation's going... I always forget myself which way it's going. It's going. It's pushing. It's going. If it's going anti-clockwise, I'm going to come to this side. I don't need to change my rotation till I come to this side. So change my rotation and then push it away. And it'll give you a lovely clean border. So this is great for, you know, your preparation before you're putting product on. Because if you have a nice clean border, it's going to be nice and easy to put your acrylic on or your gel polish. Which way are we going? That way. So I'm going clockwise, so I'm coming to this left-hand side of my left-hand side. Andrea's right-hand side. I still can't get over the fact that you're left-handed. How did I never know that?
I know, and how long have you known me?
I know.
It's not something you kind of like put on a CV though, is it?
I know, but I thought I knew stuff like that.
Mm.
You just notice things.
Yeah. Oh, because I'm
Maybe
doing...
Andrea doesn't throw enough things at you. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how you would really tell, wouldn't
Wow.
it? Like left-handed
Yeah.
versus right-handed. It's just
Yeah.
like somebody's throwing like ashtrays at you and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're left-handed.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never thrown anything at you, have I?
No, not yet.
No.
No point now, she knows you're left-handed already.
Yeah.
So Andrea has a sore point on here from yesterday's soak off. I think that may have come from. So I need to be quite gentle when I'm going round there. I don't want to make that bleed. And there's not a lot of pressure. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on the nail. Maybe we should call this a Stokey manicure
Stokey manicure.
rather than a Russian manicure. Now on some Russian manicures, what people do is lift that eponychium up and then they take a pair of scissors and they cut it off. I don't do that because I think that you are creating the problem that you're trying to get rid of. If you start cutting round cuticles, your body naturally makes another callus, so it makes more hard skin. So you're cutting something off. So you're like creating the problem that you're trying to get rid of. So I don't cut the cuticles. And that is all the prep that we would need around those cuticles. I am going to put some cuticle oil on.
That was actually really therapeutic, that was.
Was it quite relaxing?
Yes, it was really nice.
Do you know
that
what?
was.
Faye says that. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I love that bit just rubbed around my cuticle.
Yeah.
She likes it. It's
yeah,
like as if it's
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see, if you look at the cuticles now, they are all nicely pushed back. There's a nice border, lovely, clean border right round. And that's what you want to create. Because it's hard when you're doing gel polish and you haven't got rid, you haven't got rid of all that non-living tissue. You haven't pushed them back properly. You haven't pushed those cuticles back properly. And then you come to put the base coat on, and then the base coat is uneven because of that skin. That will then make your gel polish uneven. And you'll have this battle to try and get this nice, crisp cuticle, especially with gel polish.
Sorry.
So, you got the hiccups, Doc?
Yeah.
And it's very important when you come to doing acrylic as well, or hard gel, because having that bit of skin I mean, they'd be tiny parts, but if there's tiny little bits of non-living tissue on the nail, then it will affect how your product lasts and how it looks. So this is how I like to do a Russian style or Stokey style manicure. There you are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And keep watching, because I want you to watch the next video. All right, bye-bye.